Ah, pots. They're one of landscape's greatest achievements. It means you can put a garden where you don't have a garden bed. And I reckon one of the best kind of pots to use is your classic terracotta. They're timeless. We've been using them for years. But on the ground, that doesn't look like much. I'm thinking we put it in the sky. This idea gives you a vertical garden, but you don't need a wall to put it on. Now, what I'm thinking is something that looks a little bit like a bookshelf. But if you put these guys on top, they're just going to blow off. So what we need to do is make some holes and sit the pot in the pine. To mark the circle, I'm just going to use one of the pots and trace the outside. But if I was to cut away that line, the pot would fall straight through the hole. So I'm going to come in 5 mil from that line. The piece of timber that I can take out of that hole, I can use it to trace around for all the other ones. Now, you can get hole saws that'll do a hole this big, but because these are so robust, they rip into the pine and they kick a little bit. What I like to do is just drill a pilot hole and use a jigsaw with a fine blade on it. It's a lot neater and a lot easier. Now you don't have to do any measurements. You've got your template, so if you put it over the top, every one of the shelves will look exactly the same. We've got our 4 shelves, but how are we going to keep them up? Well, what I'm going to do is drill a hole in each corner and suspend it from the beam of my veranda. The hardest job by far is getting this level and tied off. You don't want it to fall down on the next one and ruin the whole job. What you could do is tie a knot underneath each of these 4 points where it hits your shelf, or what I'm going to do is get a good size zip tie, come underneath, pinch it together, and create a bit of a pattern going down the sides with the rope as well. Now, I've mixed and matched my plants, but you could put the ones that want less water up the top because they are going to drip through and get more water as they work down. And these guys that are hanging down, you can cut them off because there's a fair bit of weight here if you like, but if you're worried about it blowing around the wind, you could just tie it off down to the ground as well. And just like that, you too can have a great terracotta feature for your veranda.